Hey, get your butt out of that feed shed, cheeky. Naughty pony, what are you doing? Oh, are you licking the lick? You can't have it. You're too fat. You're too fat for molasses treats. Nelly, that's mean. Don't be so mean. Are you angry with me? Wow. Talk about mare faces, huh? Morning, guys. There's nothing. Can you stop wiping filth all over my jumper? I have to wear this to work soon. Thank you for sharing. Thank you. Yeah, these two are pretty grumpy. So just to fill you in on what's going on at the moment, the boys are actually spending their nights out. They're still out 24/7. I'd very much like for the girls to be out 24/7. However, they're both fat, so it's not an option. Madam here, Miss Nelly New. Hi, pretty girl. So she's going out in the day at the moment on one of the bare fields, and then I'm basically shutting her in. That was an epic poo stain. Shutting her in at night with, I give her like a tiny handful of hay. So she'll have her bucket feed in her stable, teeny tiny handful of hay, and then I run away, and that's her for the night then. And I know some people will probably get a bit twitchy about that, thinking, oh, she'll get ulcers, you can't leave them without food for that long. But I'm telling you now, there ain't no way in hell that her gut is running empty just by being in her stable overnight for like 8 hours. She eats so much. It's one of the reasons we've had to start doing this, because even though she's on a bare field, being out 24/7, she's just consuming. So she was still putting weight on. I mean, I mentioned in my last video, I think. I'm sure I mentioned in my last video that she was putting weight on still, even though she was on nothing. Like, she just gets fat on air. You get fat on air, don't you? What, are you falling over the rubber mats that you've dug up? That was stupid, wasn't it? Yeah, huh? You got to stop trashing your stable. Right, I don't know what I'm going to do with you. So that had an incident last night. I'm very happy to see she's been pooing, actually. She got out onto the long grass yesterday with the boys. So she's actually got a little field now, just behind the garden here. I'm calling it the fatty field. It's where the fat girls go. I was putting Nelly out there with her. So I didn't really want to be putting Nelly in her stable because I didn't want to have to use the bedding. So I was putting Nelly out in her field in the day, and then I was putting her in with Stumpy in the fat girl field at night. But Nelly proved very quickly that she couldn't be trusted out there now that all the food is gone. And she kept trying to break out, and she was pushing the fence over, and I was like, she'll just have to go in her stable. But you were out there 24/7, weren't you? You finally got your own little field sorted again. Hello. Cutie pie, you got guncle in your eyes again. You need a brush. She's getting so fluffy. She's getting her winter coat ready. Yeah, yesterday she thought it would be a fun idea to bust out of her fatty field and run off down onto the long grass with the boys. I don't know how long she was out for, but she was wide when I got back from work, like seriously wide. And she was actually blowing a little bit as well. I was a little bit worried. Oh, I saw her and I was like, just no, please God, no. No colic, no more problems. Just no, I'm done with problems. So she spent the night in the yard with no food. So they've been starvation buddies overnight. You got slobber all over you. Was that Nelly that did that? That's gross. I'm pleased to say she's looking a lot better this morning. She's had some good poos. Her tummy has gone down massively. And she looks quite mellow and comfortable. You definitely had gut ache last night, didn't you? I think she might have to stay in the yard for today. All right, off you go. Go do some lawn mowing for me. Good girl. Come on, birdie. No, you're not. No, you're not having this stuff. It's far too green for a fat girl. Sorry, but it's the truth. Hello. Hello. I'll let your buddy out with you in a sec. Hey, Baloo. There we go. You stay out on the long grass 24/7 at the moment, don't you? Because you have self-control, unlike those ladies. Honestly, mate, women have just got no self-control, really, have we? I'd be the same, though, to be fair. If somebody left me with an all-you-can-eat buffet, I would probably just keep eating until I felt sick. Like, if you've ever been to like Zaza's or like, I'm trying to think of, oh yeah, Angel Chef was the other all-you-can-eat buffet that we used to have local to us. And I would literally go and eat until I had stomach cramps. So I can't really cast judgment on Nelly for being a fatty, to be honest, because I do the same thing. Right, handsome? Are you feeling sociable this morning? Hey? Are you feeling sociable? Why are you obsessed with those boots? Huh? Do they smell good or something? Right, mister. I go get that pig some breakfast because she's going to be hungry and angry. Yeah, before I forget, I just wanted to say, like, a really big thank you to everybody who left lovely messages on my last 2 videos. Honestly, so many of you left messages. It was so nice and it really, really cheered me up. Yeah. It was just really nice, so thank you for that, guys. So Taz is actually doing a lot better now. I'm trying to stand under the dry and it's just not working. I'm still getting wet. But yeah, Taz is doing a lot better now. He's home, he's perky, he's happy, he's feeling a lot more himself now. Like the first sort of 24 hours after we got him home, he was really groggy and really just not happy. He was quite skitty. I think partly, oh, there's a raindrop. Sorry guys. I don't know if that helps or not. I think partly that was down to the fact that he had been sedated. He did have a full anaesthetic when she popped his leg back in. And I think that was making him a bit groggy and a bit skitty and not quite himself. But yeah, he's looking good now. He's actually walking on the leg, which is really, really good. He shouldn't be. Shh, don't tell the vet. It's only when he goes out for a pee. So basically, he's in his crate. He's not really allowed to do much of anything. He's loving his bone, by the way, that gigantic bone I got him. And he's just resting. He's actually coping with it really well. He's been sleeping a lot and chilling. Like, he's quite a sleepy dog anyway. Like, he spends a lot of the day, especially when it's raining and miserable out, he will spend a lot of his time in the kennel or his cage or somewhere warm and dry anyway. So it's not been too big of a shock for him. But I did notice yesterday he is starting to get a little bit bored in there. I opened the cage to give him his tea and he did sort of hop out and I'm like, no, don't hop out of your cage, damn it, you have to be careful on your leg. But I take it as a good thing. I take it as a sign that he's feeling more comfortable and more confident on it. He's a bit wobbly on it, but he's gonna be. So yeah, it's gonna be a long road of rehab now. Mum's been doing some research into like rehab following leg dislocations, and it's kind of going to be the same as rehabbing a horse after being off for lameness. So he's going to be on, I keep saying box rest, he's on crate rest. You can tell I'm a horse girl, can't you? So he's on crate rest, not box rest, although technically it's the same thing. He's got another week and a half to go on that, and then he can go to a bigger crate where he can sort of move around a little bit, and he'll then have to start doing walks like on a lead, and he's just going to have to build it up really gradually. It's probably going to be about 6 weeks rehab in full, so that's going to be interesting. He doesn't cope well being on a lead. He's an idiot. He's a typical terrier. And he doesn't spend that much time on the lead because we've got the land here. He tends to just kind of run around like and not really go on a lead. So this is going to be interesting for us. But so yeah, thank you for all the really nice messages you guys sent us. It was really encouraging. Yeah, it was just really nice. And it was nice to see some new names as well. Like, I always like it when people leave comments on videos because it kind of goes from, like, when you're a content creator, it can be a little bit weird because everybody knows you, everybody sees you, but we don't ever see who's at the other end. Like, all we see is a number and a statistic. And for me, when people leave comments, it kind of reminds me that, oh, look, it's actually a person at the other end. And that's always really cool. I really like that. It goes from being like a metric, like being a number in a viewer count, to being like an actual person. And I really like that. So yeah, that was nice. Thank you for that, guys. I'm in a much better mood today as well, as you can see. And actually, what I was going to tell you, And I was like, should I say anything or should I not say anything? Because I'll probably jinx it, but I'm going to say it anyway. I've gone ahead and booked me and Blue in to go do some dressage this weekend. I'm going to take the cameras along. We're going to do a little dressage vlog, probably like a get ready and go with us. I've only booked one test and I've booked an intro test, which is basically a walk trot dressage test. Way below what he's capable of, but at the moment, that's all I feel like I'm capable of. And to be honest, we haven't done that much schooling recently. Where it keeps raining, I feel like our fields have been really slippery and just not the best for schooling on. So I haven't done a whole lot of schooling recently. He's done lots of hacking. Like, he's fairly fit and able. He's looking very round and well. Like, he'd probably do very well showing at the moment because he's definitely got the body condition. I was like, do you know what? I just want to go do something. And we missed a show last weekend, partly because we were up stupidly late at the vets, and also partly because our horse box is full of hay at the moment. We went to get some hay last week, and yeah, I'm yet to unload it. Mum went to unload it on the weekend, and where we were going to put it, it turns out we had a bit of a wasp problem, a massive wasp problem. She got attacked quite badly. She had stings everywhere. So yeah, we've had to take the side of this building off here. So this whole area was basically a wasp's nest. You can see there's a few bits of it left, but yeah, this whole thing was full of wasp nest. I put some of these sticky traps out just to catch any of the sort of stragglers. And there's still a few coming back, actually. I think I'm going to give it another couple of days, and then I'm going to creosote the whole area. Hate using that stuff. We used to use it a lot, but I don't like using it anymore. I've realised how nasty and toxic it is. But sometimes, you know, if I want to make sure they don't go back in there, so I am going to creosote that timber, just to put them off going back in there. And then once that's done, we can put the wall back on, and then we can put the hay over there, put the tarp over it, and then we've got a horse box back. But until then, we don't have a horse box. So, oh dear, the boys are having a bit of a fight down there. Tell you what, Woody has got mean lately. Like, he used to be so placid, and now he is rough and tumble. Yeah, so it's a local show. It's just at Burrows, which is up the road from us, which is awesome. Going to do a walk trot test. I think it's intro A. I need to get my sheets out and have a look. Oh, Woodster's being such a thug right now. Although it is funny to see the tables turned. Blue used to dish it out, and now Blue is getting karma, I think. Woody's really laying into it. So satisfying. Anyway, I'm getting distracted again. So yes, that is the plan for this weekend. We're going to dressage. I wasn't going to tell you just in case it went wrong again, but I'm like, do you know what? Screw it. We're doing it. It's going to happen. Surely we've had our fill of problems, so we have to be on the up from here on out. So hopefully that'll be a fun day. Hopefully it won't rain, but you know what? If it does, I don't care anyway. I'm so used to getting wet by now. I'm just over it. Yeah, we'll go do a little bit of walking, a little bit of trotting, a little bit of flicky toes, get all dressed up. I'll put my penguin suit on, and I'll get to wear my nice stock pin. I got myself a stock pin from Timeless Stock Pins, which is a little Etsy store that EJM Equestrian was running. And I've only used it once this year, which is devastatingly annoying because it's so pretty and it's so nice. So I have an excuse to wear my stock pin this weekend now. They stopped playing now, I'm over here. Are you trying to look all innocent? I saw what you were doing to his bottom. You were biting it. He was running away and you were attached to his butt cheek, weren't you? Yeah. Yeah, you got attitude, mister. I like it. I kind of like the new Woodster. You're not a pushover anymore, are you? Eh? Well, this has been a very waffly and all over the place vlog. I feel like I'm a bit all over the place still at the moment. Hello. Oh, you're lush. You are lush. Tia, away! Away! Away. Do not get involved in their scuffles. You'll end up like Taz.